last movie hero, Confirmation, the 2016 HBO movie starring Kerry Washington, Wendell Pierce, and Greg Kinnear. Now, if you're going to ask yourself, why am I reviewing a movie that came out in 2016? Well, because it has relevance today. If you're not familiar with it, back in 1991, Anita Hill accused Clarence Thomas, who would go on to be Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, of sexual harassment. They both worked at the EEOC, and she alleged that while working at the EEOC, he sexually harassed her for quite some time. And during his confirmation hearings back in 1991, she came forward and she appeared in front of the Senate and she told her side of the story. They both did. And this movie does an excellent job of going back over that whole time. Listen, I like Kerry Washington, I like Wendell Pierce, and I was amazed at Greg Kinnear's performance playing Joe Biden. Look, when you look at the movie, when it originally came out in 2016, who knew that it would hold so much relevance today? And if you're not, familiar with what's going on right now, we have a judge, Brett Kavanaugh, who's being confirmed for Supreme Court Justice, and we have a female who has come forward by the name of Christine Blasey Ford, who said back in the 1980s when they were both in high school that he attempted to rape her. And so now she's going to appear before the Senate along with him so they can both tell their side of the story. Once again, we have a redo of what happened in 1991, 27 years ago. Here's why this movie is so good. I had seen the movie originally when it came on HBO and I thought it was pretty good, but watching the movie again recently, it actually stirs up all these emotions and it has so much relevance today. You would have thought that because of Anita Hill, it's famously known that when she went before the Senate back in 1991, an all-white, all-male group of senators who questioned her and basically made her look as if she was the worst person in the world for accusing Clarence Thomas. It was like, how dare you accuse this man of such stature, of doing such a thing? How dare you? I mean, the testimony at times was pretty graphic. A lot of people, they came up with the pubic hair in the Coke can thing. Things like long dick dong and everything. It was so graphic, and this aired on daytime television and into the night, where they both, like I said, testified. So what makes this movie so good? And so I guess what I guess is galvanizing is because when you look at the politics of 1991, when you have a female alleging that her boss, who was a male, sexually harassed her, and the way the senators, when they questioned her at the time, it seemed like it was so one-sided. It seemed as if they were not questioning her, but it was more so like they were putting her on the stand and said, how dare you? And you would think, that we've learned so much from what happened 27 years ago to what's going on today. And when you look at it and you compare what's going on today, it's unbelievable, because it was so obvious back then that the way she was being questioned and the way she was being treated, there was like the character assassination of her. You would think that this would never happen again. And here we are 27 years ago now, it's happening. In Confirmation, Kerry Washington, like I said, she portrays Anita Hill, and she does an amazing performance portraying her. Greg Kinnear plays Joe Biden, and Wendell Pierce plays, tip of my tongue, I'm sorry about that, who plays Judge Clarence Thomas. And I am looking at this film at times, and I was so drawn into it the second time. I liked it the first time, but the second time watching this film, it drew me into it so much because I'm thinking about current events. The way they would mix archival footage and with today's footage today, and it was kind of done with a special effect type of thing, but the movie itself, it looked like 1991. It had this feeling about 1991. They weren't going overboard with trying to overemphasize the clothing and everything, but they were so centered on the story that you are drawn into it. And because of what's happening today, watching this movie, you get more drawn into it, because you have no choice but to kind of like relate to what's going on right now. Um, and I was thinking, like, the first time when I saw the movie, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. This is pretty cool. I remember so much of it, and it brought things back. But upon watching it a second time, being aware of what's going on right now, it has more of a social relevance. You know, this is not just history; it's recent history. And then you compare it to current events, it becomes a powerful story and somewhat sad, because you would have thought that because of the way she was. And look, Anita Hill was definitely back then definitely mistreated by the Senate. You know, even Joe Biden today has said that he wished he would have handled that entire situation a little bit different, because she was not given the best opportunity to present her case. She was somewhat, like I said, there was definitely a character assassination of Professor Hill because of who she was. You had people in the black community saying, how dare this black woman drag this black man down? She's obviously lying, but she had no motivation. She wasn't looking for fame. She wasn't looking for fortune. She thought that she was doing the right thing by stepping forward and telling what happened to someone who is going to sit on the highest court in the land. She thought that was her civil responsibility to do, and she was right. Now, years later, she's looked at as a hero. She's looked at as one of the founders of the Me Too movement. But where we are today with Judge Kavanaugh and Dr. Ford, it seems like we've learned nothing at all. At the time I'm making this video, they are both, Ford and Kavanaugh are supposed to testify this coming week on a Thursday. But I am so eager to see what's going to happen now, because I draw so much from what happened in 1991. This was 27 years ago. 27 years ago, senators grilled a woman in front of her parents and friends, in front of the world, and made her look as if she was some type of money-grabbing whore, when she was someone who had been victimized. And she never got the proper treatment that she should have gotten. She was never heard the way that she should have heard, because she was treated as a hostile witness. So go back and watch Confirmation and compare it to today's current events. It's a wonderful movie. It's a well-made movie. Director Rick Fukumiya, I think I'm not pronouncing that right, but he directed Dope and a couple other movies. And the way that he filmed his movie, the cinematography and everything, and just the whole feel of the movie is fantastic. I think you'll like Confirmation. I think you'll like Confirmation right now because, like I said, it has relevance today. And it's just a great film to watch. Hey guys, it's my time. As always, leave your comments below. If you like it, you don't like it, whatever, leave your comments below. Hit that like button, show me some love. And if you don't already subscribe to my channel, do me a favor, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys next time at The Last Movie Hero. Lee out.